Anya, Laras, welcome, and then Delvin, yeah, let's start, and then Kalista is kakak ya, kakak senior. Thank you Kalista for always accompany the fresh year program ya, thank you, and then also May ya, Kak May ya, freshman leader, thank you Kak May, Kak Kalista, and then yes, we have TV also, Putri, who else? Cindy, Emily, Nasha. Okay, just let's open up all the video. Maura, Rula, Michelle, Kak Phoebe, thank you, yeah, for the company here. Okay. This afternoon, I will not lecture, but just only introduction for you for fashion brands history. But actually, because every fashion brand has a deep history in each their story, so I will take like one brand from Indonesia and two brands from abroad. Yeah. Okay, let's start. But before we start, I would like to introduce your senior, the alumni of fashion management ya, Kameta ya. Okay, Kameta, please introduce yourself. Thank you so much for your
Yes,
time.
sir.
Yeah, Kameta is always been my.
Okay, thank you so much for inviting. Hi, everyone. Hello.
Okay, now you can introduce yourself, Kameta ya.
Hello. Test.
Yeah. Maybe for the first time, you will introduce yourself first, and then I will give the fashion brand lecture for a while, and then after that, I will hand it back to you again. For now, Kameta, please introduce yourself, about yourself, and then what are you doing right now, okay? Please, Kameta.
Okay. I'm so sorry for my internet connection. Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Meta. I'm Binusian 2018. So I was graduated in 2018. It was 2 years ago. I'm also a fashion management student. So are you guys design or management or combined into one?
Design.
Design and management,
Design.
ya?
Design and management, ya.
Oh my God, hi Miss Almira. Okay, so I was a fashion management student. Apa lagi?
What are you doing right now? And then yeah, tell me a little bit about your experience in Venus.
Okay, so now I just resigned from my job as a feature reporter, feature editor at one of Indonesian lifestyle media. It was a printed magazine before for 11 years, named Clara Indonesia. I don't know if you guys know about it, but then it changed into a digital platform media. And then I've been helping Serdiki as his teaching assistant, and also Miss Almira. If you know Miss Almira, kayaknya udah pasti you guys have met Miss Almira before. I helped as a teaching assistant since I was still in my 4th year as a student. So while I was doing my thesis, I also helped Serdiki as a teaching assistant. And then I also run a small business, I think. It's still small. I just started my online fashion business in 2019, last year. So it's been a year. Later on, I think I can share it, yes, Serdiki.
Okay, thank you so much, Kameta.
Thank you.
Okay, I will start with my introduction for you about fashion brand. Yeah. Let me share the material for you. Mas Hafiz, it's already been recorded or not? Mas Hafiz sudah direkam belum? Mas Hafiz. Wait here for a while because we have to record this. Is everybody already seeing the screen yet? Yeah? Everybody already seen the screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Mas Hafiz, mana ya Mas Hafiz? Oh, I think it's already, yeah. Okay. I will in fashion brands, yeah. According to Forbes, brand is the first definition of brand is the name given to a product or service from a specific source. Used in this sense, brand is similar to the current meaning of the word trademark, yeah? Based on the Forbes that I've got recently. Okay, I will ask you one by one. What is your favorite brand? And why? Does anybody want to be a volunteer? What is your favorite fashion brand and why? Okay, let's see, Bella. Bella, what is your fashion favorite brand and why?
My favorite brand would be Chanel because I like their designs. I feel like it's really classic and timeless and elegant and yeah.
Okay, Chanel. Thank you, Bella. Marcia, what is your favorite fashion brand?
My favorite fashion brand is actually a Korean brand, which is the name is Kijun, Kijun Official. I really like their design is because the clothes are very unique because the cutting is so different, and they also mix match with like different textile of kain. So it's pretty interesting. I don't know if you can see it, like the cutting.
Okay.
That's why I like it.
Okay, thank you, Marcia. Next, Stephanie, what is your fashion favorite brands?
Charles and Keith, I think.
Charles and Keith, why?
I just like the looks and their fashion style, and that's my style too.
Okay, thank you, Stephanie. Okay, let's come to the fashion brand, yeah. And then this one is about brand, yeah. So to make it simple, brand could be a name, identity, or could be a symbol. That's why in one brand they have such as like a symbolization. For example, like in Gucci now there is like interactory like Chanel. Okay, like Chanel is like Chanel interaction, yeah, and also in Louis Vuitton like just only L and V, yeah, to make it more simple. Or in Hermes, we could say that the equestrian, yeah, like a chariot or like a riding horse could be a symbol of the name. And also the color. Later on, you will learn about that in fashion graphic promotion or could be in fashion marketing also, yeah, and entrepreneurship or fashion for you to make your own brand and name. Yeah. Okay, I will make this just like an example. Yeah, this is one of the oldest fashion brand in the world. Yeah. Okay, we will learn, but before that, I would like you to learn from our own country. Yeah, Edward Huta Barat. Edward Huta Barat is Indonesian cultural preserver. He called himself as cultural observer. And he brought kebaya, yeah, back to 90, back again, yeah, and also because of him, the kebaya will become like high-end. So everybody like the socialite, also like you know, like celebrity using kebaya Edward Huta Barat as their gown in their wedding. Yeah? One of them is like, maybe I don't know that you still knew her, like Desi Ratnasari, one of the movie, and there's another many celebrity. And Part One is another brand from Edward Huta Barat that's mixture the culture with the modern things that happen right now. He called the Part One because in this brand, he hoped that the culture of Indonesia could be international and could be a same and also compared to the international brand. It could be like, it had the same position. Yeah. So he called the brand and was born on 1980, Part 1, Edward Huta Barat. Yeah. And also avant-garde Indonesian fashion show culture, especially in batik, lurik, ulos, and also songket. So this is the Edward Huta Barat. Yeah. Now he's already been 61 years old. Okay, this is the first one of Part 1, wearing by Nadia Hutagalung. Yeah. It's like supermodel, yeah, in Asia, so in the world, wearing kebaya, but the style is mixture with Japan, yeah, with obi and also with kimono, and you can see all the motifs in kebaya is already been what we call it. Edward Huta Barat is came directly to the pengrajin, yeah, to the studio, and also lived with them, and he changed a little bit the pattern of batik so to make it not too crowded, but it's more modern, so youngster still could enjoy the batik, yeah, like this. In Java, we call it like cecer or titik, but in here, yeah, it's like, you know, more, the motif is not too crowded. Yeah. Like this. This one is sawung galing. Yeah, sawung galing is one of for the king. Yeah, only for the, you know, for only for the certain people that can wear this sawung galing. Yeah. But Bang Edo make it in more modern. Yeah. And beside batik, also lurik. Yeah, lurik is also interesting. It's from Klaten, yeah, from Solo, from Jogja. So he made like this. Lurik in tangan-tangan rentak, or what they call it, like all these people hands. Yeah. He called them the exhibition like that. So this is lurik, but more modern and could be international statement. Yeah. And this is like also the Songket Palembang, yeah, the glory of Palembang, back to Asian Games 2018. Also the, you know, the kebaya, and also some of it is like Songket, and also the collection of batik Palembang, yeah, presented here. This one is like also batik from Palembang. Yeah, this is like the vintage collection of him. The last one is Ulos. Yeah, Ulos in 2019. He made the Ulos like this, yeah? More international, and then mixture and fusion with the kimono, and also mix it with the also the lurik. Yeah. And also some of them is ikat, yeah, but you know, if you see, it's much more modern, it's much more, could be acceptable, more high-end. Yeah? So he brought Indonesian culture into the next level. Yeah? I saw that several of you want to be like that also. Yeah, that's really good, because our culture is also rich, and you can do, yeah, made like this, but in another style, and also another innovation. Okay, until here, any questions from you? Okay, back to Hermes, yeah. Hermes is a brand since 1837, yeah. Hermes nourishes the synergy between sport and craftsmanship. Hermes is famous of the equestrian. Yeah. Firstly, they made like the saddle for the horse, yeah. And then they famous about the bag, yeah. Kelly and also Birkin and Kelly bag, and also the scarves. Yeah. And also the saddler, master, and also veterinarian for horsey, engineers, and partner riders. Each saddle combine comfort and technical process. So the uniqueness about this brand is not everybody can get it easily. Yeah. So they made it by them. It's really hard to get. Only, let's say, if you come to and only the first time come to their boutique, they will know if you ask them about Birkin, about Kelly. Yeah. So the first time you need to make another purchase. Yeah. But it's according to their staff. If you think that you are worth to buy them, they can give it to you. But if not, you have to buy a scarf or another collection or several amounts. Because of the difficult business that made this brand is really has a high value. So people can get it from another reseller, but with the price is much, much higher. Yeah. Okay, we move to. So this is the example. This is the saddle for the first time. Hermes is made only for the equestrian, but they change now become also the apparel, accessories, makeup, yeah, and everything. Okay, this is also, I think most girls really love this brand. It's Chanel. Yeah. Born in 1983 by Gabrielle Chanel. That she grew up in the orphanage, and she learned about how to sew and also gain experience working as seamstresses. Yeah, seamstress. And on her 27 years old. In 27 years old, Chanel opened her first shop at 21 Rue Cambon in Paris under the name Chanel Modes. Okay, back again in the point number one. Yeah. In fashion is limitless. Yeah. You don't need like certain background if you want to be successful. Take a look about this Chanel. Chanel grew up as an orphan. Actually, she's not orphan. Yeah? Her mom is passed away, but her dad is left them. Yeah, left the daughter. Yeah, I think Chanel and also her sister. I think her dad went to US, the United States, left them in the orphanage. But in the limitation, Chanel could be somewhat really awesome, yeah, because learn how to sew and also working in seamstresses and also at the age 27, she already became the entrepreneur. Yeah. She opened the boutique at 21 Rue Cambon, yeah, because that's why one of the products also called the Rue Cambon, yeah, and named Chanel Modes. And the point number two, this is really interesting because of the innovation of Chanel and get attention of some French most famous actresses, and then they keep on copying her design. And now it's already been at that time, in 8 years, Chanel already been successful for open 2 couture shops. And also now, yeah, we have a legend. I think it's everything's under hands of Chanel and also with Karl Lagerfeld. It's already been hits. Yeah. Let's take a look about what that made them legendary is Cisco Coco Chanel, who made this and also help a girl, also women, if they're really confused what to wear. Yeah, is a little black dress or VLBD. Yeah. In October 1926, yeah, the first Vogue introduces Coco Chanel's little black dress. Yeah. Although little black dress is not just only Chanel who made it, like Cristobal Balenciaga also made it, and also Givenchy also made the little black dress. Yeah, at that time. Yeah. Just still remember, you know, like the Belle Epoque style in the things that I already also told you about the fashion history. This is little black dress that become, much more combination. Yeah. The things that you must learn about brand from this brand is the consistency. Yeah? You know, they always bring the legacy of the brand. Like for example, like the tweed. Yeah? Like this is like how stood the tweed. Yeah? Chanel has its own factory of tweeds and also the pearls. Yeah? The pearls. But this is in a modern way. And also this bag. I think every girl wants to have it one, yeah? A 25.5 Chanel bag. And also still high, and same as Hermes, the price could be, yeah, after it's like only second, but you know, the price is good. Yeah? It could be like investment. And always Chanel, the things that you can learn from international brand or legendary brand is they always be thinking like there's no box, there's no limitation like this. Yeah? Chanel No. 5 has become like legendary perfume in women's and international fashion. Why? Because it's always be, let's say, they say that their brand is the first time that has a man as a model, yeah, and also using by Marilyn Monroe. Yeah, every legendary they put it into their identity, to build the brand more, more legendary to the customer. I think also the one that become the model is not just regular model, but Brad Pitt as the first man model in Chanel No. 5. And also, not to mention about the collaboration with Pharrell Williams. This is the newest sunglasses. But again, Chanel never left the culture of the house. For example, like a big sunglasses, the black colors, the logo itself from the frame, and also still, although that with Pharrell as the R&B singer, yeah, you know, like the hip hop style is in here, yeah, with so many things that he wore. And take a look about, you know, the diamond and also the sweater that worn by Pharrell. Yeah? Okay. Okay, I think that's all from me. Yeah. Does anybody want to ask a question? Please do. Any questions? So one thing that you need to learn when you make, let's say, a brand, yeah, remember that your brand should be memorable and should be less uniqueness. Yeah, in what is the things that make your brand is unique, and also make sure that you have a consistent, yeah, in your statement, in your product, and everything. Later on, we will learn about the 4 P's of marketing, which are product, promotion, place, and price. Yeah, that's 4 P's is really important. that could be like a construction for you to build a brand. Yeah? Any questions? Okay, if not, let Kak Meta do the magic right now. She will be present about herself, yeah, about the history, why she always loyal become my assistant and also work as in Clara magazine, and also now she built herself a brand. Yeah? And also I would like to also tell the story to your junior about your thesis. Yeah? It's really interesting. Your final thesis is really interesting. Okay, please, Kak Meta, thank you for coming today. Yeah.
Okay, hi. Thank you, Sir Dicky, for inviting. Thank you for the time. Thank you for trusting me with this platform. Okay, so as I mentioned before, I was graduated in 2018 from fashion management. From fashion management, I always liked to be a teacher when I was younger. So when I was still in senior high school, I know that I wanted to be a teacher. But then when I go to university, I don't really know what kind of subject that I would like to teach. Until one day, Miss Ratna, you know Miss Ratna, I think you all know Miss Ratna. I think she was the one who like, gimana ya, waktu itu with Sir Dicky, I think she was the one who told Sir Dicky to make me as his teaching assistant. So I was really happy because I know I always like to share. I always like to teach. I always like to discuss with a lot of people. So I think it was a great opportunity for me to take that job. So I've been working as Sir Dicky and also Miss Almira's teaching assistant for I think almost 2 years now. And then after graduated from BINUS in 2018, 1 week after my thesis defense, I applied. I became a feature reporter at Clara magazine. At that time, it was still a printed magazine. I think you all know that in the 3rd year of your program, you all will have an internship, and I think for fashion design student, you will have to work at a designer's house. While for management student, you can work at a magazine, at a brand. I think there are a lot of options for you for fashion management students. So at the time, I took a chance to work as an intern in Clara Indonesia. After that, after I finished with my thesis defense, I applied and then I worked there for 2 years until just I think last month I resigned from the job, and then I focused on building my own brand. I started my own brand. It's named Temaram JKT. I don't know if you guys know because it's still a small brand in 2019, last year. If I may share, before that, I would like to also share about my thesis. So, as a fashion management student, I think you have to know the difference between the fashion design and fashion management. While fashion design, you create something your own characteristics. You create something based on your own ideas. You create something and then you make people want your products. Meanwhile, on the other hand, for fashion management student, you have to work from a problem. You have to find out what kind of problem that is currently happening in the market, what is your customers' preferences, what do they need, what they want as a customers, because you know market is very large, market is very big. You have to like be very specific about which kind of market that you want to tap in. So for fashion management student, you have to come up with a problem and then you give a solution to that problem, to solve that problem. At that time in 2018, I don't know if you still remember, there's this one issue about Ahok. Tahu kan Ahok?
I know Ahok.
Okay. So Ahok, you all know about Ahok, Basuki Cahayapurnama. At that time, he was there's this case yang racism is very highly talked at that time about racism and then about unity and diversity and everything. Like I went from that issue and then I come up with a collection. It was a bag collection inspired by Indonesian local culinary. A little bit explanation why I come up with Indonesian local culinary, because if you know, actually there are a lot of Indonesian foods, Indonesian cuisine like nasi goreng, bakso, mie ayam. It was
Noodle, Aceh noodle. Aceh noodle, Aceh's noodle.
Yeah. Pokoknya kayak
Rendang.
noodle and then specifically those type of food kayak siomay itu kan yang abang-abang gerobak. Those foods are actually inspired by Chinese cuisine because you know on history and everything dulu there kayak apa ya trading Indonesia has this strategic in the map. Jadi kayak all those Chinese traders they give influence also in food. Jadi kayak mie ayam, nasi goreng, and then bakso. These are some kinds of food that are actually inspired by Chinese cuisine. But why until today, me as I have this Chinese blood inside of me, but I don't really call myself as Chinese. I still call myself as an Indonesian. But why until today there's this kind of discrimination towards the Chinese descent in Indonesia? Like Ahok is Chinese, even though I don't know if you agree with me, but I personally think that he really dedicate his time, his effort, his thoughts for Indonesian, for improving Indonesian, especially in Jakarta at that time. But why people still calling him like Cina and things like that? Okay, discrimination. So I went from that issue to my bag collection that is inspired by Indonesian local cuisine. The name was Satu Rasa. Why Satu Rasa? Because satu means satu, one. Rasa it symbolizes the taste yang di lidah. Sama it also symbolizes what you feel about Indonesia. Jadi it's a bit about my thesis. And then like Sardiki mentioned before, I also have my own brand. Kayaknya sih belum pada tahu sih. It is Temaram JKT. Boleh share screen ya, Sir? Sardiki masih ada nggak sih? Sardiki Meta boleh share screen nggak? Izin dulu.
Yes.
Boleh ya. So
Yes. You could share your screen now. Yes. Please.
Okay. So in 2019, I started my own brand named Temaram JKT. Why I have my own brand? It's very simple actually because I would like to have that specific type of clothing. Jadi kayak when you're a fashion student, you know that there are a lot of brands that sell products with a very low quality of materials, of stitching, but with unreasonable price. Because you know you can have a better materials, fabrics, you can find a better fabrics, and then you can have a better stitching, but the prices just doesn't make sense for some brands in Indonesia. So I come up with this brand where I create the kind of clothing that I like with the fabric that I prefer, with the quality of stitching that I also accept, and with I think I can call it affordable price. A lot of my friends also said that my brand is quite affordable for the quality that it offers. No, I'm not here to promote my brand or whatsoever, but I'd like to share about a little bit about my brand. So if I may share a bit about it, I actually have this idea of creating a brand since 2018. But then I really launched the first product in 2019. Udah ke-share belum nih? Wait. And no, I'm not promoting my own Instagram, but I want to show you how I started my my fashion brand at the time.
It's okay, Meta. You can get much followers.
Dapat
It's
followers
okay.
baru ya. So first, I have my own kind of. I don't want to be very confident about myself, but I think some of my friends in Instagram kayak, I think you guys will realize when you post a picture and then suddenly your friend will ask kayak, beli di mana nih? Where did you get this shirt, this dress, and everything? So I also went from that. I'm quite confident with my style. Quite confident with my fashion style. So I think I can sell a good quality of product. So when I post this is my first post about Temaram. And then I asked several questions like, do you prefer baju yang tim gombrong? Kalian tuh tim gombrong atau tim ketat sih? Kayak gitu-gitu. Oh, also in I think you will learn it in fashion marketing. You will learn about marketing research methodology where you have to conduct a marketing research to know what is actually happening in the market and then what your customers prefer and everything. Jadi ini juga kayak a little bit of marketing research gitu. So I ask kayak kalian kalau soal baju tim gombrong atau tim ketat sih? Terus most of my followers say tim gombrong. Oh berarti it is synchronized with what I want to offer at the time. Pertama at first I offer baju yang siluetnya lebih gombrong gitu kan. And then a lot of my friends juga kayak langsung komen, kapan nih, when will you launch the products? Kayak aduh lama banget, lalala segala macam. Beberapa banyak yang share. Terus abis itu I keep posting about that specific clothing, specific product. Itu benar-benar the first product that I sell at Temaram. Jadi benar-benar at that time I didn't really want to launch that product at May 15. Benar-benar I have no plan to launch that product at that date. But then a lot of people ask, so I just sell it. I just sold the products. I offer pre-order and then a lot of people kayak Mat mau dong pre-order segala macam. So okay. So I didn't plan it, but it went well. People like it, so I sell it at May 15, 2019. So at the moment, I realized that you as a brand owner, you are the ambassador of your own brand. You are the spokesperson of your brand. You are the face of your brand. You can be, yes, maybe you want to like debate like I'm an introvert or I'm an extrovert. I'm an introvert. I cannot do things like what you did gitu. Tapi kayak you are the one who knows exactly what your brand is. Jadi it's very important for you to be the face of your brand gitu. Karena you are who knows the most about your brand gitu kan. Jadi after that moment, I keep sharing about Temaram. Gak cuma di Instagram Temaram doang, but also in my personal Instagram. Jadi I post everything about it, about dari sampel kadang udah di-share, terus abis itu new collection and everything, packing, with videos as well. Because one thing I want to share about my brand and me as the spokesperson is that I think if you realize that me personally, I prefer ketika this specific brand dia promote the products on badan orang biasa gitu loh. Bukan yang kayak if you have a model kayak mereka kan very tall and then very skinny and then most of brands di Indonesia mereka masih pakai yang bule gitu kan. Kayak you can't really relate with their type of body gitu. We as Asian gitu kan kita badannya mungkin torsonya lebih panjang dibandingin the leg kan bagian bawahnya gitu segala macam. Jadi when I see someone yang ukuran yang tingginya mungkin hanya sekitar 160 cm sampai 165 cm terus the waistline juga nggak yang very small, terus kakinya juga mungkin yang jenjang-jenjang banget. I feel I can be kayak I can see myself wearing that products gitu in compare to ketika lihat yang pakai misalkan model yang semampai banget gitu. So I keep sharing about it, and seiring berjalannya waktu, there are a lot of my friends juga yang keep asking gitu kayak, Matt, ini ada nggak? Jadi they don't just make purchase through Temaram, but they also make purchase through my own Instagram. Gitu.
Dia tahu.
Aduh, jadi malu ada suaranya. Kayak gitu. Seperti ini. So these are all in my own Instagram. I think this is not just a method that I use, but there are a lot of influencers out there. I don't know if you know Duma Official, Keroku. Duma Official, it has Natasha Midori as its co-founder. Natasha Midori also shares a lot about Duma in her own Instagram, and I think it works. It works because I think Natasha Midori as a person, she also has her own loyal followers who believe in what she said, who believe in what she wears and everything. Jadi kayak she can also direct sales from her own platform. Kayak gitu. Terus I think nih masih kayak you still can have your own a little research in your own Instagram. Kayak sekarang we are so gimana ya, kayak we live in the digital era where everything is actually so easy for us. Jadi kayak kita jangan take it for granted, we have to use it for our own good juga gitu. Kayak Instagram sekarang they have yang polling, terus abis itu questions and everything. You can ask your followers, because I don't know about you, but for me, I think my followers, they trust me about Temaram gitu, about what I wear, about what I say. Lumayan lah gitu kan, maksudnya I'm not an influencer, masih jauh banget, tapi I have friends yang they believe in me gitu. Jadi kayak it's quite, nggak bisa bilang easy sih, tapi mungkin lebih mudah, easier for me to do this kind of research. Jadi for you, mungkin kalian misalkan if you want to make a brand, kalian bener-bener you can start from your own platform gitu. Jadi kalian punya apa yang di tangan, ya kalian pakai itu gitu. While in Temaram, mana nih? Okay. In Temaram, I don't really post about when I use model juga, modelnya juga I don't pick model yang bule, tapi nggak tahu nih if you know this, ini Lala juga anak binus. Ya Lala tinggi sih, tinggi, kurus gitu, cuman kayak ya Asian gitu kan, dari wajahnya, dari kulitnya segala macam. Jadi orang bisa lebih relate to Lala di sini. Terus
in this case, sorry, Kameta, so you can also ask your friend to help you to build a brand.
Yes.
That's true, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Very true. Jadi before asking my friend, Temaram tuh bener-bener Temaram is actually founded by two people, by me, Meta, and also my partner Victoria Budiman. So I was graduated from fashion management, while my partner Victoria, she was the fashion design student. Jadi kayak kombinasinya puji Tuhan cocok gitu ya. Jadi there is this one person who concerned more about the production, about the cutting. Tadi dia bilang cuttingnya bagus kan, kayak kalian as a fashion student pasti kalian sekarang lebih aware about cutting, about pemilihan fabric, terus habis itu stitching and everything. While me as a fashion management student, I put more of my concern, put more of my focus on marketing side gitu. Gimana caranya supaya my brand can be accepted by my target market gitu. Nah, awal-awal sebenarnya modelnya ya cuma dua. It's either Victoria Budiman or Metali Mesa. So we don't really hire models. We don't really hire photographers. We do photo shoots in my own house or in Phoebe's house or in the street kayak gitu-gitu. Jadi ya udah mulai aja dulu. Wow, nggak lagi kayak Tokopedia ya ini, tapi bener-bener ya you start with what you have gitu loh. Jadi ya pelan-pelan gitu. Karena if you I think I have read it before di satu di Instagram gitu, dia bilang you can't really wait until your product is perfect before you sell your products gitu, karena kayak nggak ada produk yang sempurna gitu, there's no such thing as a perfect product. Jadi kalian beneran harus mulai aja dulu, terus lihat you can grow along with the time gitu, maksudnya kayak seiring berjalannya waktu you can grow gitu, kayak you can have a feedback from your customers segala macam, kayak oh kak ini warnanya kayaknya bagusan, misalkan kalian tadinya playing with neutral color and then suddenly you play with like this, like pastel color yang udah mulai beda nih warnanya, you can see gimana sih the customer react to it, apakah mereka lebih prefer this kind of color atau mereka tetap prefer yang neutral, karena oh ternyata when you sell this kind of color ternyata nggak terlalu menjual, atau justru ternyata pas kalian mulai dengan warna ini, oh kok responnya malah lebih baik, because that's what happened to Temaram gitu. Kita kira they will prefer color yang netral-netral aja nih. Kayak misalkan waktu itu kita jualan warna ini. I produced more for the nude color, yang warna beige ini, I produced more, and then I produced less for the pink color. Tapi ternyata yang pink jualan jauh banget dibandingin yang si beige gitu. Jadi kayak those kind of thing you can only get when you really start your business gitu. Itu bukan sesuatu yang kalian bisa dapat pre-bisnisnya, tapi pas lagi doing the business, you will have those kind of insights sih, kayak gitu. Udah kurang lebih dari Meta, itu dulu kali ya, Sir. Mungkin ada yang mau nanya?
Yeah, okay, thank you, Kameta. Is there any question? Please do. Yeah, don't hesitate to raise the question. Yeah, that the most important thing is, let's say, start with what you have. Yeah, start with what you have. It means that, yeah, you don't need to be afraid. Let's say, like, if you want to build a brand, yeah, you don't wait until you're ready, but just dare to learn, and also from now, I think you can do it, yeah. Because I really support you to become like the entrepreneur, yeah. Not, let's say, entrepreneur not just only for fashion management, but also could be a fashion design, yeah. Both of you has to be like had entrepreneurship soul, yeah. Because nowadays, you know, like in the pandemic situation, suddenly people or everybody becoming like entrepreneur in culinary, in everything, yeah. Okay, any questions? Please do if you want to ask Kameta or me, yeah. Okay, Kameta, I will ask you. So, your brand is also together with your friends, right?
Yes.
How many are there?
Just the two of us.
Okay, with Phoebe, yeah?
Yeah, Phoebe.
But Phoebe is in Jakarta or?
Jakarta.
Oh, okay. I thought that she pursue her master, I think in US, no, yeah? Okay, what is your challenging situation? Especially for today situation.
Okay, so there are actually a lot of challenges that I think I can share with you guys. Pertama, if we want to relate it with this situation, pandemic situation, ini kan this is not something that you can predict gitu. Kayak pandemic happens kayak berapa ratus tahun sekali sih gitu, kayak we don't know that kita bakal ada di masa ini gitu loh. We don't know that we will be in this kind of situation, pandemic gitu. Mungkin our grandparents emang nggak ngerasain kan pandemic gitu. Jadi this is totally something new gitu. And this pandemic affecting a lot of aspects gitu. Tak terkecuali ya baju gitu. Maksudnya sandang pangan papan itu memang basic needs. Tapi kan fashion yang seperti what I offer, it's not a basic need. Kalian nggak perlu beli baju terus kan. You don't have to beli baju baru, mau segimanapun menariknya itu baju, in this specific time, kayak you don't really need that gitu. Apalagi mungkin for my angkatan yang baru kerja gitu kan, maksudnya we start to be financially independent, mungkin duitnya dipepet-pepetin segala macam. baju tuh bukan pilihan gitu. Terus mungkin yang terpaksa harus di PHK atau segala macam gitu, baju benar-benar bukan pilihan. So benar banget, industri fashion di Indonesia itu juga pasti affected by pandemic gitu. Jadi caranya kita gimana ya sebenarnya, kita secara in production we don't really produce a lot, kita nggak bikin banyak-banyak karena kita takut ada barang mati. Ya hati-hati aja gitu mulai perhitungan. Terus abis itu mungkin kita kasih promo yang kita kasih juga mungkin sebatas hanya kayak diskon sales. BTW Temaram lagi diskon ya 99 18%, mungkin kalian ada yang mau belanja. Enggak kayak gitu. Cuman ya maksudnya seperti itu. Jadi kita kasih sale. Terus abis itu I don't do endorsement at all. Jadi sampai hari ini 1 tahun berjalan, banyak yang bilang, there are a lot of my friends yang kayak Matt, kenapa sih nggak mau endorse? Ini in my defense, nggak tahu apakah di sini ada influencer atau enggak, karena angkatan kalian mungkin banyak influencernya. Tapi gimana ya? I don't really like how kebanyakan, nggak semua ya, tapi kebanyakan influencer, fashion influencer di Indonesia, tanpa mengurangi rasa hormat kepada siapapun, tapi in my personal opinion, I see that mereka ya itu pekerjaan sih, memang itu pekerjaan. Cuman satu, jadi template banget gitu, how they promote my products bakal jadi template, bakal jadi sama aja sama yang lain. Jadi I don't want them to do that. I prefer to give my products ke teman-teman terdekat aja. Jadi kayak misalkan mungkin ada teman yang followersnya, kalian tahu Ian Hugen? Nah, ini angkatan-angkatan Ian Hugen nih pasti. Ian banget nih.
Kok dia
Bangga
udah
sama Ian Hugen, Kak? Jadi Ian murid di kelas fashion marketing juga bareng Serdiki. Dia murid ya sekarang jadi temen sih, maksudnya ya jadi dekat sama Ian. Terus kayak Ian since the very first product dari yang tadi yang Rhea, kalau kalian bener-bener notice yang baju Rhea tadi, itu Ian langsung nanya kayak Matt, gue mau gitu. Terus waktu itu Rhea ada 2 warna, ada yang pink sama hitam. Ian bener-bener beli. Jadi kayak buat kalian nih ya, kalau kalian punya you have friends that have business, sebagai teman yang baik, kalian tuh bukan yang minta diskon. Kalian itu beli. Kalian tuh harusnya support teman gitu. Dan Ian tuh bener-bener beli, terus ya abis itu ya udah kayak, ya udah Ian, gue kasih lo 1 lagi deh warna yang lain. And then ya udah dia promote. Dan ya udah followersnya Ian yang berapa ratus ribu itu, ya dapat 10% aja lumayan nggak sih Kak? Gitu kan. Dia followers, nggak deh, dapat 1% aja dia 300.000. 1% aja banyak banget. Pokoknya dapat 300 followers dari Ian hari itu. Bener-bener segitunya gitu. Karena maksudnya Ian emang tipe orang yang jujur banget kan dalam promosiin barang gitu. Terus habis itu I also have friends yang mungkin followersnya cuma 6.000, tapi ketika dia post, dia rutin ya, kayak tiap hari dia tiap pakai Temaram, dia ngepost kayak gitu. Ada aja gitu yang follow. Jadi ya it's my own marketing strategy sih. Maksudnya ada aja beberapa brand yang mungkin budgeting mereka tuh tinggi banget nih, jadi mereka bisa benar-benar use specific influencers yang memang have high engagement. Karena kalau misalkan kalian benar-benar perhatiin, nggak semua yang followersnya banyak, engagementnya tuh tinggi gitu. Jadi kalian harus sangat berhati-hati gitu dalam pilih influencer, karena ya duit Kak, sayang gitu kan, udah endorse mahal-mahal tapi ternyata nggak efek kan sayang. Mungkin kalau yang udah setahap Sergeant Kero, Elsie Alvina itu mungkin efektif sih, tapi itu masih jauh banget lah dari Temaram gitu kan, maksudnya belum bisa lah sampai sana. Tapi kalau yang kayak kakak-kakak Instagram yang followersnya banyak dan cantik dan suka main TikTok, I don't think that they will really help my sales gitu. Jadi benar-benar harus pilih-pilih banget soal soal endorsement ini. Dan satu lagi kalau bisa share sedikit nih, ini nggak ada hubungannya sama pandemic, tapi ini yang benar-benar kalian harus put in mind. Karena ada beberapa orang, me personally, I can't work alone. Jadi aku tuh bukan tipe orang yang bisa gerak sendiri gitu. Aku butuh partner. That's why I have my partner Phoebe ini. Dan when I started my business, I know that Phoebe bisa ngelengkapin aku gitu. Maksudnya di hal-hal yang aku nggak bisa, Phoebe bisa. Hal-hal yang Phoebe nggak bisa, aku bisa. Jadi somehow kita saling melengkapi gitu. Kayak aku kurang lah di bagian production, even though mungkin management students we all learn about production in the first year kan. Maksudnya kita belajar pola, kita belajar sewing segala macam. Tapi kan itu very limited gitu kan, in compared to fashion design student. Jadi ketika kalian pilih partner, kalian bukan pilih best friend. Tapi kalian pilih orang yang benar-benar bisa melengkapi kalian di dalam bisnis ini gitu. Karena kalian nggak tahu nih, kayak along the way mungkin nanti ada masalah apa, tiba-tiba kalian jadi selek nih sama your best friend, mungkin tiba-tiba rebutan cowok atau apa segala macam, kalian bakal cuman based on your personal feelings doang gitu. Ini tahu banget nih, pasti nanti ujung-ujungnya dari satu angkatan ini mungkin bakal ada nih keluar satu brand yang hasil kolaborasi siapa sama siapa gitu. Tapi despite of that, kalian harus belajar untuk nggak cuma rely on feelings. Kayak, kenapa lo partneran sama dia? Oh, kita teman baik. Nggak kayak gitu cara kerjanya. Jadi kalian harus tahu kenapa kalian pilih the specific person as your partner gitu. Jadi bukan cuma best friend doang. Wah, tiba-tiba ada pertanyaan.
Yeah. Kameta, please, you can start it from May. You are so amazing, Kak.
Thank you.
So your brand is entirely handmade.
Handmade tuh apa ya? Handmade tuh nggak kutur sih, Kak. Maksudnya kita made in Indonesia, benar. Dan kita punya our own production. Jadi kita we don't take it kayak, karena ada nih orang yang kalau ngejarnya profit, ini nggak salah ya. Jadi ntar ini fashion management student bakal belajar di kelas Serdiki kalau there are a lot of fashion, gimana ya, kayak terbagi dalam beberapa kelas nih. Ada yang haute couture, ada yang mass production. Yang mass production pun kebagi gitu. Ada yang kayak levelnya Tanah Abang juga making money gitu. Even though they don't really need design skill, tapi itu make money banget dibandingin sama brand-brand kayak Temaram nih yang baru mulai gitu. Jadi kalau misalkan Temaram sendiri nggak handmade tentunya, karena handmade berarti kan pakai tangan ya. Tapi ini kita made in Indonesia, kita punya konveksi, ngerti kan konveksi semuanya? Kita punya konveksinya sendiri, iya, kita bikin brand sendiri. Jadi kita nggak ambil dari Tanah Abang, kita nggak ambil dari Cina, dari Korea segala macam gitu, nggak. Terus, does it get overwhelming when, for example, you get 50 orders at once? Itu alhamdulillah banget, Kak, kalau langsung dapat 50 order at once ya. Tapi kayaknya nggak akan overwhelming sih kalau baru 50 order. Cie. Tapi 50 nggak bakal overwhelming. Tapi
As an entrepreneur, you need to get ready. If you're, because some in Indonesia, that's what we call it, apa ya? Penyakit is like this. Whenever it comes to the quantity, so the quality is become not as good as the quantity at the small quantity. So that's something that you need to be careful for Kameta and also for all of you. If you already have some brand, be careful. Your brand is your baby. Okay, next is, do you make it tadi deh? I mean, all your sweet
come up with the name Temaram. Oh ya Allah, nih jadi ya kalian harus tahu nih, ketika kalian, when you are a fashion student, kalian itu bakal digempor abis-abisan untuk bikin brand terus. Jadi kayak every semester there will be this one course, bahkan mungkin langsung nih dalam satu semester ada dua course yang kayak, ayo bikin brand, ayo pikir nama. Kayak ketika kalian saatnya, at the moment kalian beneran mau bikin brand, kalian udah buyar, apa ya, pakai nama apa ya, karena ketika kalian, itu kan group project ya Kak, jadi kalian harus izin juga nih sama teman kalian, gue boleh nggak ambil nama yang kemarin, gitu, segala macam. Jadi nama Temaram tuh udah pilihan 1 dari 100 nama kali ya, mungkin. Jadi sebenarnya Temaram itu sama kayak senja sih, jadi kayak baju-baju Temaram itu baju-baju yang sebenarnya bisa dipakai di jam-jam transisi gitu. Kalian mau pakai dari pagi ke malam itu bisa. Kalian mau pakai buat santai di rumah bisa. Mau pakai buat pergi keluar bisa. Terus ya Temaram everyday has its own twilight. Temaram bahasa Inggrisnya twilight gitu. Maksudnya setiap hari tuh ada Temaram kan. Jadi ini beneran we offer daily apparels yang memang nyaman dipakai dan enak dilihat kayak Temaram gitu. Wah. Pasti ini angkatannya saya sih banyak banget.
And there's another question from Maura ya, Maura Lolang. How do you get started?
How do you get started budgeting? Oke, ini langsung rahasia dapur aja. Temaram itu hanya dimulai dengan 5 juta dari saya dan 5 juta dari partner saya. Jadi benar-benar from that amount of money, ini kita buka-bukaan aja. Dari 10 juta itu kita bagi nih, kita pertama cuman bisa produksi berapa gitu. Oh dulu bahkan kita sempat mikir kayak, oh kalau misalkan mau jualan baju tuh harus langsung rampung ya, satu collection, consists of 7 products gitu. Tapi enggak, akhirnya kita beneran cuman jualan starting from si Rea yang tadi gitu. Bener-bener satu kita jual, itu beres, maksudnya itu udah dapat marketnya, kita udah tahu siapa aja yang suka, kita masuk lagi barang yang lain. Tapi sebenarnya itu every brand has their own marketing strategy ya. Kalian punya strateginya masing-masing. Tapi di Temaram itu lumayan berhasil. Maksudnya dengan yang tadi 10 juta amount yang tadi, yaitu puji Tuhannya sampai hari ini ya kita cuma nambah-nambah dikit lah, tapi kita udah bisa gajian. Jadi di bulan keempat kita bahkan udah bisa gajian. Kayak gitu. Budgetnya panjang banget, kalau mau dibahas sama Serdiki nanti ada kelasnya sendiri.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Kameta. Is there any other question? You can also question directly, yeah. You can open up and unmute your speaker. You can ask Kameta or me about brand, yeah. Yeah, brand is also something that interesting. Why? Because the history itself, and the history itself is sometimes like for the first time, the brand, like let's say, like I said before in the example that Hermes is just for the equestrian, but with the development of time, evolving, they become like the house of fashion, and also nowadays also. They collaborate with Apple Watch, yeah, to have a strap by Hermes, and also another thing that innovation that could become your soul. Yeah? Let's say, like, I'm really happy that our campus innovation is a must. Yeah? That's why in my class, like Kameta said, I need you to always innovate, be creative, because I believe that every human being has an ability to create something new in everyday life. And also like Louis Vuitton for the first time, they made not just like a big store right now, but they started with as a luggage, yeah, like a luxury luggage. And then, but now evolving become the high-end, as high jewelry, watches and everything. Yeah? So they call it, in Plaza Indonesia Boutique is like global store. Why? Because it's really complete, the collections. Yeah? And now in Japan, especially I also adore Japanese people, Japan people, like mostly the high-end brand, they have a cafe. Let's say like Cafe Kitsune, but before that like Gucci Cafe, and then Dior Cafe just opened in Ginza 6, and also like Armani Cafe, and there's mostly their brands have their own cafe, to make it more lifestyle. That's why fashion is now just like a life, not just only lifestyle but a life. Let's say like Cafe Kitsune, I already been there, and also so people is really love to go there and just to make it a sip of cafe, but at the same time, the concept about fashion and culinary is also remarkable nowadays. Okay, any questions? Okay, I will open up one video that's really interesting. Yeah. This video is about how can sometimes in fashion also limitless. Yeah, limitless is I mean that that anything could happen in fashion, like the this one, like reincarnation, like the things that happened in a couple years ago, like Perel singing a song with Cara Delevingne. They sang a song about in Chanel. Okay, let us see together. Is everybody can see the video? Yeah, in here. Okay, so that's interesting about, to prove that fashion is limitless, like, like House of Chanel cooperate with Pharrell Williams, yeah, to bring the world of Cici. What is the world of Cici? Cici is like Coco Chanel, and Coco Chanel is, yeah, repeatedly signed by Pharrell and Cara Delevingne, yeah, on again, just like, they stated about the brand. Okay, any questions?
Sir,
Yes, Nadia?
do you know about African American fashion designers like Virgil Abloh?
Yes, I do.
I like Virgil Abloh.
About Virgil Abloh, you really like him? What do you remember?
I like Abloh
Hmm?
because
Yeah.
he is an African American.
Yes, yeah, that's true. So if I tell you about Virgil Abloh, it's about, for the very first time, remember that Louis Vuitton has a collaboration with Supreme, right? Yeah, because, another thing is about brand, you need to be evolving with the time being. Let's say when you want to make a brand, you don't, if you just stay who you are, let's say like, okay, I don't care, it's only trend that I want to sell, it will not work, yeah? Because by the time you need to make your brand, it's always new, it's always hottest in the market. That's why, like high-end brand in the world, for example, like Marwan Ebatu Tabara, he made batik that really popular, really young, really could be accepted by the youngster. So that's why if you have a brand, you need to understand that you let your brand is grow. Okay? The same like Louis Vuitton. For the very first time, yeah, if I heard this story from the country manager of Louis Vuitton of Indonesia, they want to cooperate with the Off-White for the first time. Off-White by Virgil Abloh. But because Off-White on that day is not ready yet, so they moved to Supreme, and it became a huge success. Yeah. In all over the world, they cannot get the Louis Vuitton Supreme. Yeah. You can imagine that high street like Supreme that also has a high price, and then collaborate with Louis Vuitton, the high-end brand also from French, and it will be amazing. And the result of the sales is remarkable. So that's why after that, they have a collaboration that asks Virgil Abloh to become the men's artistic director of Louis Vuitton until now. And what I see is now is more fresh, especially for men collection. If you want to see, you can go to louisvuitton.com or to YouTube. You see the latest fashion show in China, in border, I think in harbor in China, and they made it into something popular with music by the refugees, who's the Lauren Hill, and also the model wearing the new style of Virgil Abloh with Vuitton. So that's my point about Virgil Abloh, yeah. And so what's with another brand, yeah, like Dior, also like that. They made it like more popular, let's say, like with the youngster, yeah, like Maria Curie, Grazia is always make something new, something fresh that could wear with your generation. And so was with Chanel, yeah, with the small bag, like waist bag and anything. So that's the thing that that brand is always new, is always something with the market, yeah. Any other questions? Or before we wrap up, maybe Kameta, you can tell your experience as a journalist in Clara magazine, please. Kameta is still here or not?
Mister,
Yes.
can I ask a question?
Yes, sure, Maura.
What if like you make a brand like a logo, and then it turns out in 5 years it's not up to date anymore, like it doesn't seem trendy and it doesn't follow in with the current trends. Is it, do you like condone changing the logo, or do you just like, even we should just stick with it?
Okay, that's a good question, Maura. I think, yeah, you can change your identity, the logo, but not much, and still have the, you know, the DNA of your brand. Yeah? For example, like Louis Vuitton. It used to be Louis Vuitton, like long brand, but now people get simpler and simpler life, and then they just L and V, and also they change, but the color still in the area of like dark brown, and also the paperback, yeah, they change it into yellow, yeah, yellow and blue. Before that is a dark brown, but I think this is for refresh the brand. It's really needed, Maura. If you have a brand, you can change anything based on the era, but don't leave the DNA of your brand. Yeah? As same like Hermes, Hermes and Tiffany and Co. They has like identity like orange box and also blue box of Tiffany, yeah, with white ribbon. Yeah? That's something that you cannot leave easily. That's part of the consistency of your brand. Or you can see like, but they can evolve, they can change to make it like refreshing. Yeah? It's still in Bahasa Indonesia, we call it kekinian. It's something can accept it for the next generation. Yeah? You know, like the things that they've been doing, like in the fashion world, let's say like since like Mas Dian, Bang Edo, also they evolving with the market in Indonesia, yeah, and also like because of streetwear nowadays, yeah. Later on, you will learn in my class about, you know, how the fashion era and also the trickle up, trickle down, yeah, how the trend is will be rise up in the market, acceptance. It's really interesting. And at the same time, like, you know, nowadays, like Prada collaborate with Adidas. Yeah? The price is different. It's only Adidas, original Adidas, and Adidas, let's say like with Yohji Yamamoto, yeah, with the Y3 label is a different thing. But Prada X Adidas, to keep the high-end brand, so Prada still keep the, you know, the fabrication is in Milan. Yeah? So it's not the same. Although you have Adidas X Prada, it's not the same with the original Adidas. So that's what we call it like, you need to also get smart to see the, you know, in the market what people want to do, because in fashion, it's self-expression. The thing like you said 2 days ago, yeah, everyone has each own self-expression. They don't want to be the same with others. Yeah, that's why the limited edition, personalization, yeah, you know, like in startup, like in let's say, it's really nice to have like the wallet with your own identity. Yeah. So that's Maura, my question. I hope it could answer your questions. Yeah. You can change, but still with the DNA of your brand. Yeah? Don't leave easily your DNA. Yeah, the color, the logo, the pictures, the statement, demographic, psychographic, and so on. Any other questions? Good. Kameta, maybe you can tell your experience in Clara. Kameta, I think is. I think the connection is not so good, yeah? Okay. Any other questions? Ada lagi?
Sir, do you
Yes?
know about Dior?
Sorry?
Dior, Christian Dior,
Yes, Christian Dior, yeah, what?
Celine, and Celine.
Dior and Celine, what do you mean?
Dior and Celine. Celine the fashion brand one, not Celine Dion.
Celine, yeah. Celine is another brand, right? It's, both of them is owned by Louis Vuitton Moët Hennessy. So like Dior, Christian Dior used to be like the creative artistic director, the owner of the brand. And then now, for the first time, Dior has artistic director, women, yeah, Maria Curie Grazia. But for Celine, yeah, Celine is also has been changed so much. Same with Balenciaga. It used to be Celine is feminine, but nowadays under like, and also the, you know, the direction is much different from the Celine the first time. Celine and then the before Hedi Slimane is Phoebe Philo, yeah. Phoebe Philo is really minimalist, but it's really beautiful. Yeah. I like Celine when taken care by Phoebe Philo, yeah, because it's minimalist, modern. You know, the bag that become hits from Celine is, I don't know what is called it, yeah, the bag. And now in the hands of Hedi Slimane, I don't think it's really Celine, yeah, but I don't know. Maybe this is direction of the business from the, you know, the head of LVMH that he want to refresh the brand. So the Celine is now more rocker, more, yeah, it's different with before, yeah. Yeah, in Balenciaga also, Cristobal Balenciaga, with now Balenciaga by the hands of Dena Gvasalia is really different. Yeah, yeah, but I know because of there's still the new generation that become the buyers, yeah, so they keep on changing. But as like Maura questioned previously, that you can change your brand, but please, you need to live on the legacy, the DNA, what is your vision for the first time. Okay, okay then, if there's no question, we'll see you again tomorrow. Okay? You
Sir?
will meet with me with the digital fashion tomorrow. Okay?
Sir?
Yes, Nadia?
Do we know about Zara, Stradivarius, Pull&Bear?
Oh yeah, that's Inditex Group, yeah, Inditex from Spain, yeah.
The low-cost
So
fashion brand ones.
yeah, it's
low
a
cost.
fast-moving fashion brand, yeah. You
Yeah.
know, yeah, they have so many in volume, but I think they are suffered nowadays, yeah, because you know the volume is really big, but you know the power of buying is keep on decreasing, so they keep on close their store in all over the world. Yeah. Later on, you will learn about fast-moving fashion and also slow fashion. Yeah, slow fashion because of the people that really care about the nature. Because if you keep on buying clothes and then you, let's say, you don't want that clothes anymore, where do you can, let's say, hand it the clothes that you don't want to wear anymore? Yeah? You need to think about that. It become a trust. Yeah? Itu jadi sampah gitu, gimana? So that's why there's another campaign about slow fashion, because you know Zara, I think you can also change your lunch budget into one piece of Zara, right? Yeah, because the price is so cheap, especially like Forever 21 is already been closed. Let's say like another one, yeah, like Uniqlo, Stradivarius. Yeah? Bershka, gitu. Okay, I think that's enough. Thank you so much for your Kameta, thank you so much for your time, yeah, and sharing your experience to your junior. And thank you so much for your presence today. See you tomorrow with Miss Almira in the morning and at 11 with me about fashion digital, yeah. Oke, bye-bye everybody. Thank you also kakak-kakak ya, that membimbing adik-adiknya. Thank you so much. Bye, see you tomorrow.